away. Your job's a joke, you broke, your love life's the away. It's like you're always stuck in second gear, when it hasn't been your day, your week, your month, or even your year. But I'll be there for you when the rain starts to fall. I'll be there for you like I've been there before. I'll be there for you 'cause you're there for me too.
Before we begin, there are a couple of things to remember. The first, ladies and gents, is that love is a thing as free as in spirit. Women naturally desire liberty and not to be treated as slaves, and so do men. Secondly, learn to suffer, or else, as I may prosper, you should learn it whether you want to or not. A brave knight wanted to be with a woman in which his eyes was incredible and incomparable to any other.
I do wish she could see that I am in pain for her love. Until she does, I won't stop trying to make her fall in love with me.
And after some time, Dorrigan, the woman who the knight spoke of, noticed him.
If you will be my wife, I will not prohibit anything from you or restrain your freedom. Show any jealousy but respect and follow only your decisions.
Because you don't restrict my freedom, I accept.
Time passed and went on, and they lived happily until the knight Arviragus, in search of glory and arms, went to England, also known as Britain. This trip was going to take 2 long years.
In the arms of the angel.
And so she did. Couldn't sleep, couldn't be. All of her friends tried to comfort her, although half of the time it made no use. Until a letter from her husband came, and she seemed well.
Miss, we have a letter for you.
Now that you feel better, would you please leave this home and come with us and get out? Great, let's go to the beach.
As they walked, Dorrigan became upset at the rocks that didn't allow boats to come any closer to the shore because of their risk to be sunken.
Oh my God, did you make such beauty, and then those things that look to be in the worst place and scare my soul with their ugliness.
Noticing this, her friend decided to take her instead to other places. But one day, they outdid themselves by taking her to a garden where there was food and drinks, a beautiful place where any heart could see light instead of dark. Among the people there he was, Aurelius, young, strong, capable, rich, wise, well-liked and respected. He had liked Dorrigan for a very long time, and today he was to confess it.
I just have to say that your beauty is unmatchable. And I wish that I were the one to make you happy. Tell me now if you will let me.
Oh, well, that's sweet, but I'm married. And I will stay faithful to my husband as long as there's a beat in my chest. But I mean, if you can remove all of these ugly rocks that block the path of all the boats so that when they come to shore, it's safe, I promise to love you best of all men.
Can you reconsider?
No, I'm sorry, that's impossible.
Oh crap. Well, that is impossible. May I die soon?
The rest of the night, Aurelius was upset at the truth Dorrigan had told him.
Why must you do this to me? Curse me this way. Gods, please help me with this impossible task. And let me say, look, I have done it. Now keep your promise to me.
After that, he went into a sleep which seemed eternal. Aurelius' brother found him and brought him home. In the same instance of Arragus, the knight arrived home in good health and with other worthy gentlemen. Everyone, especially Dorgan, was happy. As they laughed and sung, drank and partied, Aurelius' brother was devising a plan to help his brother and solve 2 in 1.
I remember when I was in school how magicians could create illusions. Maybe with this they could help Aurelius get his lady.
So after the plan was shared to Aurelius, they took off to find their brother's old colleague. The surprise was that the colleague already knew their intentions for seeking him out.
Hey,
I already know why you are here. Let me just say, I'll help you. But first we must eat, then we'll discuss price.
all right.
After knowing that the magician would help all 3 set out back to Brittany, where the rocks lay their feet, Aurelius took great care of the magician to hurry his work and encouraged them to be liberated faster at work.
Here I am, my lady. I have done it. I have waited for such a long time. Keep the promise you've made me, or I will die. Go look if you want, but it is done.
That's impossible. I'm not going to be unfaithful to my husband. I'd rather die.
As she cried, Arviragus came home, and she explained what had happened while he was away and what she had promised.
I understand your stress, but you must keep your promise. I'm very upset, but don't want to show it. The promise must be kept. I'd rather you kill me than break it. Do not look upset, for people will see it. Do not tell anyone, and I'll try to forget it as best as possible.
With that, Arviragus told his squire and maid to take her close enough to her meeting place, but didn't know why. While these events happened, whether by luck or by fate, Aurelius and Dorgan found each other on his way to the garden.
Cats are so
I was just on the way to the garden to see you. What are you doing?
I was on the garden to see you. My husband instructed me to keep what I promised.
Me too.
I would rather you break your promise
Yeah, let's
than to
go.
have you in shame. I cannot do that to you, and I will not. I am not going to remind you of it, but now you be careful of what you promise.
Yes.
All right, well, just try to be careful.
Aurelius, again defeated, went to the magician and explained every event that had occurred. Aurelius took 500 pounds of gold to pay the magician.
I know this is not enough for your troubles, but perhaps I can pay you in portions.
After all of that trouble, to not have your lady?
The reason I did it is because Arviragus would rather have lived in sorrow than his wife break the promise. Dorgan, being a beautiful wife, was going to follow his instructions. That made me feel so bad because of how courteous Arviragus is to follow through.
I will not take a pound from you, sir. For you are all courageous to each other, and for that you owe me nothing concern. I'll see you around.
After that, he was gone on his horse. Ladies and gentlemen, there is one question I would like to ask you now. Which one of these people to you seem the most generous?